If you've been following the Street Fighter 6 news, you might have seen some videos of characters that we should not have had gameplay of yet. You know, like Man and Marissa, who else? DJ, Dalsum, JP versus Blanca. All of those gameplays showed up on channels that had like 200 to 300 subscribers, were not Capcom official channels or influencers that were being paid to show this stuff off. It was just people uploading it for the love of the game, and I had no idea where it was coming from. So I kind of refrained from making videos about it, but other people didn't. And now that footage is starting to slowly disappear. And if you go look for it right now on some of your favorite influencers' channels, you'll see that it's all been taken down. And here's why. Hey, real quick, I just gotta ask, if you're not subscribed already, and by the end of this video you were entertained or informed, please consider subscribing. Thanks so much. It all kind of starts here with Street Fighter League Japan, surprisingly. They do this in NA and EU as well, but the Street Fighter League Japan finals is a much larger spectacle. And sometimes they even have different rule sets and stuff like that. It seems like Capcom gives the Japanese league a little bit more attention than the other regions. You can even see in the background of the website, they have a live studio audience on this grandiose stage for their grand finals. And to pay for all that, it seems like Capcom tried something a little bit new this year. You see, if you're one of the few people who still plays Street Fighter V and keeps up with the competitive scene and is crazy like I am and stays up till 2, 3, 4 a.m. to maybe watch Japanese Street Fighter League live or catch the finals, you might have been sorely disappointed last weekend, because when you open that stream, when you open the Street Fighter League Japan Grand Finals, you've been waiting so long for this. When you opened it, it was just 4 Japanese guys sitting at a desk, looking at the camera, talking about the game. But there's no gameplay. I thought they forgot to switch the scene for 20 minutes, but that was not the case. I was sorely mistaken, because I checked the chat, the YouTube chat or the Twitch chat, whatever you were in, and if you check that, there was a link pinned to it, and I can't read what anything in the chat says, so I just blindly click on the link. You end up landing here. I think this website is called like Zyko or something. Seems like a Ticketmaster type deal, and you quickly realize that this is a pay-per-view Street Fighter V event. I appreciate the ambition from Capcom, but you are not going to catch my ass paying $30 to watch Street Fighter V. That's more than the game. You could buy the game. You could buy 2 copies of the game for less than this one pay-per-view event. And this is just to watch it a week early, right? Because this weekend, they'll rebroadcast this to the US. Now, at this point, you probably put 2 and 2 together. It's a pay-per-view event. It's a big spectacle. And it is the only place where I think, a bunch of random people could have gotten developer footage of those characters and re-uploaded it to YouTube, especially in that quality. You know, it was like stream quality, and there were commentators in the background and stuff, right? I think that it came from JP SFL, and a lot of people don't know that because a lot of people don't keep up with it. So when they uploaded these videos and then these influencers took them and started making reaction videos to them, and then they got copyright struck, they don't know why, and then they like get kind of angry about it. I think it's just because nobody really stays up to watch Street Fighter League or keeps up with Street Fighter V besides the few people who play the game. That's also why I think people like Brian F. and McMurra and Punk and even myself didn't make videos about it, because I just assumed that it came from that pay-per-view event. And if I made a video about it, it'd be like paying for UFC and then re-uploading a fight with just my face in the corner talking about it. You know, you just can't do that. Now, there is an argument to be made that they didn't have to copyright strike those people. That's a bit excessive. You know, it's hard to get rid of a copyright strike. It's much different than a claim. And usually, I think you have to get like a YouTube rep or somebody to talk to in order to even try and get that strike removed. And you only get 3 of them before your entire channel gets taken down. It is very excessive and a very big punishment for a lot of people, especially for how small and underdeveloped the FGC is in the YouTube space. Getting a strike on your channel when you're very small, and maybe multiple strikes now because there were 3 different gameplays, can be a big deterrent, right? It makes you, if you had to restart your channel at 1,000 subscribers in the FGC, that's significant. That's a lot of work that you've lost. And if your channel was already partnered, that's like months of watch time that you're losing out on. It is very bad and very disheartening for people who aren't making a ton of money off of this, right? Who probably aren't making any money off of this, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, that's why the Street Fighter 6 gameplays are going to start disappearing. If you if you want to study them, save them to your hard drive, download them from YouTube, do what you got to do if you need them. And if you made a video on that stuff, I would unlist it, I would delete it, I would take this as a warning if you haven't already been copyright struck, because it seems like Capcom or whatever production company was behind that event is just blindfolded with a shotgun shooting every video on site. So take this as a warning. Be careful. Take your video down. I know you worked hard on it. I know it's going to suck to delete, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and please consider subscribing. I'll talk to you again very soon.